Assalamu alaikum. This is Discovering Clouds, reading my book, Muslim Dating Apps 2024. Haunting Experiences. We have arrived at the part of the book where I bare my soul to you, dear reader. These are the experiences that haunt me. I will be using he for the next part and not he or she because, duh, this is my experience. These moments temporarily made me feel jaded. They made me think men are trash and what is the point of marriage and are Islamic rights made for only men? 1. Catfish. Individuals who show one face online but look completely different in real life to try and meet you. This can be achieved via fake pictures, old pictures, filters, AI, or using someone else's phone and photos. I met a brother who showed up to our public meeting spot totally different than I expected. He was 100 pounds heavier than his photos. He was also 5 years older. It was shocking. Fortunately, I had chosen a very open area to meet with lots of people around. Awkwardness of having to walk with this man when I knew I should just run home was so confusing. I did not know what to do. When I got home, I let him know that we could not move forward. I could not even put into words why because I was so shocked. Was he aware that he was using photos that looked nothing like him? I was in contemplation with myself for hours. I realized that someone who was portraying a false self did not need an explanation from me. So I closed that chapter respectfully and moved on. Lo and behold, several years later, I was speaking to another brother and we met at a coffee shop. He informed me at the time he was working on losing weight and was near 300 pounds. I was a bit worried to meet, but he reassured me he had control over his health. He insisted that I tell him exactly when I was inside, so I let him know. I watched him walk inside with his arms barely reaching his sides. He was very uncomfortable walking. He was clearly between 400 to 500 pounds. Everyone in the shop turned to stare at him. We sat down at a table. He had difficulty getting comfortable. How did he even pray? I felt so confused again. I realized this is not something that I have to deal with. This is something that I've heard men use against women, our empathy. So now that I was here, he could convince me that I should marry him? We spoke for some time. He told me he smoked marijuana for his aches and pains. And then I went home. I let him know that this would not work. He tried to insult my lips, but I was not going to fall for his trap. Sometimes when people are let go, they will try to insult you to make their ego feel better. I was about to feel terrible for anything, but as you can imagine, he made it easy by insulting me. I was not going to marry someone who used a false face to meet me.